Hi there, and welcome to another episode here on Bustthenet. Yes, these are the diaries of Kingstonian. We've had a very topsy-turvy season. I mean, it's not too bad, right? We were top of the table for a while, but we haven't really been pulling ahead, so to speak. And we've done okay, I guess. I mean, honestly, I think we've done brilliantly. If you look at our team report, yeah, there's still more minuses than there are pluses. So, based on this alone, we shouldn't even be here. And so, I think today's show is going to be different because first up, probably you guys have been noticing my hair is growing. Yes, I'm not cutting my hair. My baby is coming very, very soon, so I intend not to cut my hair until the baby is here, and it could be at any time now. And you probably hear my son in the background calling for my mom as well. Yeah, we're all very excited. It could be any week, any time now in the next week or so. So, but before we get on, let's just talk about the baby some other time, right? Okay, so today's show is all about my transfer strategy. Now, I don't. People have asked me to cover this on the show because which is fair enough. I had some YouTube comments where you've asked to discuss a bit more of my strategy during the transfer window. And the thing is, when you play a non-league diffuse challenge safe like this, you don't work with a transfer window. Not until you get to a point where you actually have money to spend. And I've never had money to spend. I mean, we're in League One and still we don't have money for transfer strategies. So financially, we're still the same. My transfer budget says 4,000 dollars. I have no idea why that is the case. Probably because yes, I probably went out there and I did sign somebody, and the board had to pay like £1,000 for him, and then I didn't realize it. They signed him anyway, and we're now minus 4,975, which is okay. I mean, that to me is not my fault. It's the board for agreeing to it, and I'm kind of happy. They also gave us a wage budget, which is a bit. I'm happy now. Now the wage budget looks really nice and healthy. Okay, so let's come back to the strategy. I actually have a very simple way of playing this game. All right, first up, tactically, I'm always gonna favor a tactic over another tactic. We had Milano Chipamonga, this tactic, but honestly, after a great start to the season, we started struggling with this 5-2-3. Basically, I only used it for like 3 games, and then I discovered nobody wanted to play with wingbacks anymore against me. So had to throw this out the window, and we returned back to the 4-1-2-1, which is the thing about the tactic itself is we switched this tactic when I got Daniel Sparks. Daniel Sparks came knocking at my door. Now that's the thing about my transfer strategy. Half of it has got to do with people knocking on the door. So when I go to my scouting reports, there are always going to be players coming in asking to have a trial. So this is the most important part of the game. I will offer them a trial, and they come in, and we will try them out. And as you can see here in the under 18s, we have a few players here on trial. One of them is this Mohammad Baghdadi. Okay, so when I see players like this, now I will look at a player and I will try and see whether he can fit into my team, and it will also be based on what's happening. So in our tactics so far this last season, Scales has been playing in this position now without fail. His ratings not that fantastic. 6.7 is an average. His cross completion rate, his pass completion rate, not 74% okay. He wins like 61% of the tackles. All right. There have been a few games where he has been lacking. If we can get him up the pitch, he does score, but he's very slow. He's got very slow acceleration. And we started out with him as an inverted wingback. Found out very quickly that he was giving up a lot of goals, so I switched him back to a defensive fullback. I really want to use an inverted wingback here. I would use ordinarily one of my defensive midfielders. However, my defensive midfielders are injured, so we've got to think of a way to get somebody in, somebody else who can play this role. Then we've got this player here, Muleba. Muleba 6.99, has had 5 assists, 30 appearances. But whenever I play games, I notice that his rating is the only thing I can describe his rating is like it's a yo-yo. One game he plays well, the other game is shocking. He gives up goals, and it's a nightmare. He's been with us for a really long time, 1.5 seasons. That to me, that's an eternity because most of the thing about the way I play this game is the strategy is fitting your team around a tactic that you can play. Now, when I'm playing lower league football, I subscribe to the theory that as long as I control midfield, I'll do okay. So I usually play with a 3-man midfield. So it could be a 4-1-3-2, it could be a 4-3-4-5-1. It could even be, even this can control midfield. Why? During the transitions, I get 4 midfielders. This guy drops in, I get 5. So I have enough coverage during the midfield transition. I'm very confident that this can hold midfield out. But Muleba is a weakness. And Scales is a weakness. So, and Clow, we signed him, but he's slow. He's about the best central defender that we have. Odofin can't play anymore. So when I go into when I am thinking about what we can do, I look at our performances. So here with the squad so far in Skybet League One, I look at all this. So one of the first things that my goal here in League One was we want to survive. So we're gonna keep the ball. I don't care what we do with the ball, just keep the ball for as long as we can, and make the best out of the chances that we get. We probably won't get a lot, but we want to make sure that it's harder for other teams to get the ball off us. So in terms of possession, we certainly achieved that. We got one of the best possession rates in the league. We have something like 54%, and then in terms of pass completion, one of the highest in the league as well, second best. That's really important for us. But here again, I've gone with this strategy of also putting in the right players in the right areas. We're strong in the air at the moment. We can win a few headers, which allows me to think of certain strategies, especially when it comes to playing without wingers or playing without protection on the flanks. I have tactically, I let teams attack me down the flank so I can hit them on the break. But this only works when they have wingbacks attacking me. So towards the latter half of the season, the first part of the season was textbook. Most of them attacked me, so I could get off to a great start. Second half of the season, things started changing. I started losing matches, and there we have this sensationally bad run where I've gone ding dong all over the shop. Plymouth, Stevenage, we have a big win against Cheltenham, then Bristol Rovers, Aston Villa. Aston Villa was a great game, 0-0 at FA Cup. I was thinking, man, we have a chance to take them out of the FA Cup. And then they came to our home turf. It was 1-1 after extra time. 1-1 after full time, and then we went into extra time and they knocked 3 past us. I have 2 more goals and it was 3-1. But not doing too well. So how do I approach this? Go back to my tactics. I look at my stats. That's when I start focusing on certain things. We know we're not going to be very, very good. We know we're not very good defensively. We know we're not the best at working the ball. But whenever we have to build tactics that whenever we get chances, we got to make them count. And one thing that we are phenomenal at, right, is our shots on target percentage. Our shots on target percentage is 44%. We've got one of the best in the league. Most of our chances are on target. 1 out of every 2 chances hits the target. So in terms of the number of chances that we get, we don't get a lot. We have like 144. The league average is like 205. Doesn't matter how many shots you get. We just want to make sure they hit the target. So in that sense, we've been doing pretty well. So the tactic has to be about. So when I'm looking at my system, I have to build a system which works. And the best system that we used here is Karamba, my 4-1-2-2-1, which works off when we got Daniel Sparks in. The first thing I saw finally we got a guy who can actually cross the ball. Finally, we may actually have a winger. So we created a tactic around one player, Daniel Sparks, which is honestly is not the best thing to do, because one of the reasons why we've had a bad run is because Parks has bad games. So whenever he has a bad game, we all suffer. So so we are very one dimensional. We have Sparks. Now, so my transfer strategy comes into play at this point because we know Muleba is okay, but he's not fantastic going up. Look at his attributes. His acceleration is 11, but he can't really cross the ball. His passing is so-so. His decision making is so-so. So what do we do? Once again, the scouting this is my transfer strategy. I trial a lot of players and we get a pretty decent short list after that, because we got so now over here we have all these players have been scouted by us. So over time, I've built up this database of players that we know, and my scout recommendations are here, and I really depend on the scout recommendations. So what I do is I look out for players in this list now who are midfielders who can come in on a free, and we got like players like Dominic Moan. So I will start looking from these players, the ones who we scouted and who came knocking at our door, and check out whether these players are still half as good, or so in certain cases we may need to rescout them again, because like this, after some time the reports aren't very good. We know we need somebody from Muleba's position. So based on this list, we found one fella, and we've added him. We've invited him to our club. His name is Zach Weiner. Zach Weiner has now joined our club. So that was part of the strategy. He is a lot better than Muleba. Downside of him is that the two things I don't like about him is his bravery and his determination. But based on everything else, I have little to no choice. I have to play him because we need a fullback who can actually get up the pitch and do something with the rest of the boys. I do know that he might not fulfill the requirements in some games. So the transfer strategy that we have is solidly built around a system that's working for us. And I'm not gonna go and change my tactic. Sometimes that happens. Like we went from the 4-1-3-2 to this tactic because of Daniel Sparks. The moment I got Sparks in, I realized, okay, we can have a tactic that allows us to go down the flanks. And when Daniel Sparks doesn't perform, I might switch to the 4-1-3-2, where I have three guys in midfield, then I decide who to lock down, and maybe I'll just pump balls from the back, and we go to another tactic. So this is my transfer strategy. My transfer strategy is very basic. There's no I don't go like who can I sign on a free. It's literally who can I sign on a free. That's it. So we've got a game now coming up against Canto. This is gonna be, we've got to snap out of this bad run that we're having. We've only had one win over Walsall, which is great. I mean, even this game, somehow or another we got a win. One shot on target, and we scored out of the 4. But this is Walsall attacking us. They had 15 shots, none on target. It's a strength of our game at the moment that we make it very hard for other teams to score against us. We just need to convert those chances that we get. And we also know that we needed another, like a target man of sorts in the box, which I have a plan on using a target man system very soon with this side. And we have signed another player. His name is Anas Abdo. Strength 13, jumping reach 13, heading 11. Better than anybody else if I have in my team. And we might end up using a system that has got a target man inside. All right, we're up against it with Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe left their right flank. This is our left flank. Again, we can really only hope that they don't really build up play down their left, which is gonna clash with ours as well. So let's all get started. Come on, boys. Let's get cracking. All right. Everything looks all right. Analysis. The two teams. Well, we're getting ready for the game. It looks like we're up against a 4-4-2. Hope that everything works to plan. And we're off Yusof to Sambu to Muleba. Oh, goodness. I'm just talking about replacing Muleba, and The Zach Weiner is still not 100%, so we can't really use him at the moment. Can't wait for him to become available. Okay, defense. Whitfield with the corner, puts it into the box. The boys win that header. Whitfield's closed down really well by Patching. Patching, I'm hoping that he comes good. He's a youngster. The great cross skills reads that. Hanks gets to the ball first. Yusuf. Okay, seriously trying to chip the keeper from there. Muleba patching to Hanks. Hanks slides it for Yusuf. Yusuf holds. What a ball for Sparky! See, that's the thing about our tactic right now. It's built around one player. If he has a great game, we win. If he has a average game, we usually need Muleba on the right flank. And if he gets his a chance to put the ball in the box, yeah, we might do okay. But what I noticed as well, once we concede a goal, Sparks' performance just goes down, dude. It's really sickening. Come on, Patching, gentleman that he is, gives up the ball. I wish that there was a way in this game that we could keep the ball. Yeah, okay, never mind. I wish that we could be ungentlemanlike in this game as well. Whitfield to Bunny. Oh, Sinclair, that's a corner again. Into the box. Patching goes after the pieces. Scales does well. One thing I like about my corners, if you notice, my corners are extremely defensive. Even my set pieces now are defensive. I mean, we don't really have anything set up that we want to hit them on the break. But look at them goes. Yusuf, yes! And they do just that on the break. Danny Sparks. Oh, man, Danny Sparks. Ever since he's joined us, he's a real reason why we're doing well. The tactic was built around Danny Sparks. And Danny Sparks, when he is on fire, we can win games. All we need is Danny Sparks to have a good game. If Danny Sparks has a great game, he's like, we just have a winger who just delivers the beautiful cross. Bunny to Whitfield. Whitfield out, and they try from there. Collins again. Plays Sambu, Clow. We might have to. I don't know if my keeper is on support or on attack. I want my sweeper keeper to be on attack. Patching, you beautiful thing. What have you done? You've given up a corner. I mean, it's true. We want you to do more, do interesting things with the ball as a playmaker. But never mind. It's okay. It's all right, boys. Yeah. With some very strange behavior from some of our players, but it's down to my tactical instructions as well. Solomon Sambu with a yellow card. McCarty coming in. Oh, what a save from the keeper. Sparky again. Yusuf. Muleba, this is not a good throw-in. Yeah, they got in the corner. There's a lot of pressure that we're facing at the back now. O'Dwyer to Howard. Howard brings the ball. What a ball for Yusuf, but Yusuf was offside, just fractionally offside. Sambu now has a yellow card, and okay, let's look at the analysis thus far. Team analysis. We know that before I do the team analysis, let's just take a look at the okay. All right. Let's take a look at they've gone into a 4-3-3. They changed tactics and I didn't even notice that. Thing about me nowadays is I don't have the widget on sometimes. Oh, wow. They've gone to a 4-3-3. This should be interesting. This should be very interesting. Okay, tactics. This is our tactic at the moment. We're playing with a wingback on support. AP, this should be good. Halfback. And I want you now to take more risky passes. We're going to go direct, and I want you to cross from deep. Okay. We're playing retain possession, pass into space, and I want you to roam from position. Okay, you're roaming from position. Okay, good. All right, let's go, boys. Team talk. Room for improvement. Look to switch off. I hate it when they do that, so there's no point giving them a demand more shout. Scunthorpe formation. This is the 4-3-3 that I hate the most because it's very efficient in creating finding players in space. Sinclair, they shoot. I knew it. They scored and they gotten the equalizer. But this is damn it. Okay. I am very tempted to switch to a 5-2-3 because of the fact that they've got wingbacks now. O'Dwyer to Sambu, back to Collins, back to O'Dwyer, to Collins, now to Scales. Scales looks like Yusuf. Bunny, O'Dwyer, out to Clark, down the line it goes. Sinclair, it's a second goal. No, it's disallowed. Okay, this keeps up. Yeah, it's an own goal. Alright, this is not good. Milano Chipamonga has to come in now. We'll put Sparks here. Scales will come off. I don't even have strikers on the bench. I don't even have strikers on the bench, so this is not gonna work for us. O'Dwyer with the ball to Sparks, to Hanks, now to Patching, to Howard, out to Muleba, back to Sambu to Hanks, to Howard, back to Sambu, over the top. Sparks reads that brilliantly. It's an equalizer. Yeah, come here with your 3 striker formation. Okay, we're gonna turn you into... I don't want to change the instructions. We will play it this way. I don't want to change it. I know they're gonna come. Alright, Scales to Sambu. Scales again to Sambu to Sparks. Sparks holds the ball up. Back to Sambu. Sambu to Howard. It's another goal. It's 3-2. Come on, give me your 3 striker system. Please give me this 3 striker system. Okay, we made it. It's now 3-2. They changed. Okay, now they've got an advanced forward with 2 deep lying forwards going left and right. Plus 2 more pushing up and 2 more at the back. This is gonna be interesting. It's another and Patching to Foster, to Oliver, back to McCarty to Clark. Over the top it goes. This is a cross and it's straight into the hands of the keeper. We keep it tight, we should be fine. And we're going to turn you into a defensive centre back on defense as well. Oliver. They go wide. It's a cross. We handle that. It's a block. Yes, the boys are defending pretty well inside the box. Mohammed. Sambu reads that, gives it back to Collins. Collins to Sparky. Sparky to Yusuf. Yusuf holds the ball up. It's Howard. It's a 4th goal. Come with me your 5-2-3. Come. Give me your 4-3-3, man. I want it. You're going to give me a few more goals the way you're playing. They're going to leave spaces here, but we're not overcommitting. All right, but we got Sparky. Sparky, you're going to light up tonight. You're going to light up the show. All right, we got Solomon Sambu now with the yellow card. I want to take you off, and I'm going to bring Kenny Davis on. Kenny Davis is not suited as a... he's too slow, but we'll pull Joe Hanks in here, and we'll ask Kenny Davis to be in midfield. Hanks now to Yusuf. Yusuf to... It's a corner. Kingstonian force Scunthorpe to... Scunthorpe looking to... They win the ball? No, they don't. It's a few more minutes left on the clock. Okay, Collins with the ball. Plays it up. It's brilliant. Yes, they defend well. They defend brilliantly. Odofin back. It's cleared. And there we go. Yusuf, come on. To Patching. Patching, you've got boys there. Ooh. They didn't get the cross right. There were 4 guys in the box waiting to... but it's an own goal. It's an own goal by O'Neill Odofin. Nah, it's all right. It's all right. The best I've had is 7-6 when I had played against another 4-3-3. Oh, no. Good work from Collins. This is drama to the end. Sparks. Again, Davis reads that. Yes, it's brilliant. 4-3 the match finish. Scunthorpe was supposed to win this game. They went into a 4-3-3. They kept changing the 4-3-3. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Scunthorpe beaten. I love those kind of wins. They really fire me up. Okay, so what was I doing with this tactic? Now, the tactic is a very simple tactic. First up, we play very narrow. There's a logical reason why I play very narrow. It's got nothing to do with defending, all right? So please, width does not do, it does jack shit for you when you defend, all right? What width does is it helps you, it focuses your passing, right? So, and here the boys will sit closer together when we pass the ball, and this helps them to move the ball up the pitch. And here we also have them sitting narrower. This helps us as well. So the boys all tuck inside when we move the ball up. It kind of makes the wing back support the defensive centre back, and this defensive full back support the central defender. This is the reason why we giving in. We have to defend a lot against a lot of crosses, which is the reason why I took Charlie Clough off. Charlie Clough was struggling. Oli O'Dwyer seems to be doing better. His jumping reach is 16, and he does very well with the headers. In fact, I just saw his training and development. His jumping reach has actually gone up from 15 to 16. So what we're going to do with him is we're going to get him to practice on his heading. We're going to focus his training as a central defender. Yes. And average in high. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll continue. So coming back to our tactic. Okay, so there's no rocket science, right? So we sit narrow, and then these guys are sitting narrow. We tuck inside when they're attacking. Notice it's a control, because I know that this guy is going to close down early if he's a wing back, so I tell him to close down much less. So he actually sits inside, and it makes the Mazzala and the AP actually do most of the hard work. Yeah, it's a shit. The only problem for me was if I wanted to defend against that 4-3-3, I should have done a bit more. I should have done one more thing, but we didn't. But hang on a minute. They were attacking us with so many players. We did well. I knew the danger would have been dealing with crosses. So we managed to deal with the crosses. In fact, they didn't really score a goal on their own. They had an own goal. Odofin was the poor chap who had to concede an own goal. So here in midfield, we got more direct, more risky with the halfback, because he drops here in this hole with these two guys. He helps us recycle possession against teams that are giving us the high press. Shoot less, dribble less, mark tighter, few risky passes. Here he's got closed down, more tackle harder, mark tighter. He's got closed down, more tackle harder, mark tighter. I'm getting most of these players to mark tighter. It's a defensive strategy of ours. It's a big, huge gamble as well, because it doesn't come off well if your boys are below average. So Patching's marking is not very good. It's 3, so he loses his target quite a lot. So does Sparks. But the thing is that it affects their zonal marking, right? So they actually they are closer to their target. Whether or not they do a good job on the target is irrelevant for me. I just want to use that instruction to close down passing lanes. We did okay. The last match, I was very happy with our performance again. 4-3 Scunthorpe, one of our big scoring games again this season. If I'm looking at the analysis, match stats again. 4 shots on target out of a total of 10. 4 off target, that's not too bad. We're still hitting the 40% mark, and I'm very, very happy with that. And 4 from range. Let's see what the shots look like. Okay. These are my shots. These are good. 1, 2, 3 top quality shots. Mambubi. And this is for Scunthorpe. Ha! Oh, I love this. See, this is when I know we've done well. Shots off target, yeah. Like, this is the stupid attempt done by that ID Yusof. He scored a hat-trick, so I can't really complain. In fact, he scored 4 goals in this game. All from Eddie Yusof. No, he didn't. 3 goals, a hat-trick. So this is Eddie Yusof again. This is not too bad. It's in range, but here he missed it. Well, I'm very happy. We're back in the driver's seat. And I just want to make sure that this guy is ready to play in our next game, Zach Weiner. I can't wait. If he's ready to play in our next match, we could do a late push for our promotion spot. We kind of like fell behind a bit, but we're level on points with Sheffield United. This is going to be a close race because there's not much separating first and ninth. It's only 13 points. 13 points is still doable. I mean, like any one of these teams can make it for the playoff spots, and we can easily just drop off. Because if you're looking at our run here, this is just a shitty run. But I'm so happy that we've come back, and Eddie Yusuf is now beginning to fire in the goals. This is another player that came on trial. So he popped up, came on trial, and I said, okay, well, we'll give you a go. And that's the thing about the transfer strategy. I know this show is about transfer strategy, and I pop in a game and we can talk about tactics as well. But as far as transfer strategies are concerned, when you're a non-league side, it's going to be very simple. Those guys will knock on the door. And towards the end of the season, this is really important. What you want to do is you want to go back towards the end of the season. There are going to be a lot of players that are released from clubs as well. So here you want to have this set values at most 0, and then this will pop up all the players that have been released, or they might be released. They may not even be with the club, and then we have this lot, and then you probably you might want to scout them or invite them to your club. And I keep doing this. I just keep doing this. I just go, okay, fine, guys. You lot, I have not got any information on you. We'll offer you a trial. We give you a trial for 3 weeks, and that's it. We invite them. So these 12 players, and I'm looking for a specific type of player. Acceleration, first touch, has to be greater than 10. I don't care who you are. These guys will just invite them. And this is my database right now with one player called Piero Mingua. We keep an eye out because my scouts, and this is starting, I really depend on this. I really do, because if the recommendations, I have to go somewhere, right? I've got to depend on something. I don't use any. I don't go to the web, and I do not go and look for scouting lists or who should I sign, who should I not. I got a small database, so I don't have that many players. So the strategy is really simple. Bring them to trial, find out more about a player, and create a tactic around. Here we've created a tactic around Mr. Sparks. And look at Sparks so far. 12 assists in 25 appearances. He is completely destroying defenses by his singular self. And if you just I just want to see how many goals we've scored. So Sheffield United have scored 54 goals. We can say 12 of those goals came from him. That's almost a third. This was one hell of a show. I had so much fun, especially when the AI went into a 3-man striker system. I just love it, when it does that, because it's like this year's 4-2-4. So if you have any questions, please look me up on Twitter at Bustthenet or addicted2fm.com, my website. Once again, I'd like to thank all my patrons for the continued support of the channel. You make these kind of shows possible for the rest of the community. You guys take care, have a good one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.